All right, guys, you are tuning in for Wednesday morning. Going to a Catholic mass with my mom, so you guys are gonna get to watch us go there. Let me just warm up for a second, Mom. Warm up. Get ready for the trip. I just need a few seconds to warm up the engine, okay? Don't worry about it. I hold it with my arms. I've never had an issue with it, ever. All right, she's beating us already.
Good old kid smoking a cigarette.
I think I did. That's right, catch it. That's not. Oh yeah, my bike is running so much better after I put that insert back in. With that insert out, I lost all my horsepower. I'm thinking of turning the camera around just so you can watch me chase it.
Look, Mom, what are you?
Don't do this.
God, never answered.
Man, that's awesome. I really want to turn the camera around so you can watch me. I'm right behind my mom. want to cut in front of her so bad. I just don't know when I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find a time and a way. Yo, I was keeping up with her just then. I found the time. Ooh, that's a stiff stop right there. Okay. I'm gonna have to do a good old turn. I'm actually gonna pull over here in the very beginning and change my camera angle. Oh yeah. That was so rad. We were going 60 there at the end, huh? Yeah. She's like, you never gone faster than 45 is what she told you. Whatever, man. Let's just prep yourself. Mass is starting soon. Making sure I have everything. Okay, we're looking good. I don't know if I can ride like this. Should be fine. It's easy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera around. I wanted you guys to see what this looks like. Coming into my church here, it's amazing. Here, let me flip this around. Just like that. Hang on right there. Yeah, just like that. Yeah? Alright, cool. This is beautiful. Imagine going to a little church like this. I think on the ride home we're gonna have the camera face towards the road. You know?
want to go fast. But I don't have a helmet on, so I'm just cruising. Yeah. I don't have to do anything. I'm having fun. I'm just happy to go to church, honestly. I'm happy to be with my mom, and I'm grateful to go to mass with my mom to, to worship love, That's what it's all about. Care about love. That must be so disturbing. Like the loudest thing ever. Pretty good. I think I got it. Might have to reposition. I think I got it, Dad. It's basically what it is. Just kill this thing. Well, probably don't want to be super fast. I just want to be sticking out so nobody thinks they can park in here. Wouldn't have any nasty sprint. And the nice thing about being in a Catholic church parking lot, I don't ever feel like anything's going to get stolen from me. So I just leave my stuff here, So, if you guys ever want to jack me, just hightail it down to my Catholic church when I'm in Mass, But they'll catch you. They got security and stuff, dude. You don't want to mess with Catholics. Engine's still cooling off. Well, I was getting a ride up there. I have a cigarette. I don't want to get a ride. Yeah, see, they're not going to pick me up anyway. I didn't want to ride. But they didn't offer. I like that. Do you want an apple? No, I don't want an apple. Okay, that should be good. Alright guys, that was one heck of a ride here.
Hi, Daniel.
Well, hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing great. Beautiful today. I'll walk up, thanks. Yeah. I'm a walker. Putting the helmet on the ground though, because it's just stupid to bring my keys with me. Since they're my rosaries, and I could, always just pray. I think I got everything, yeah. Got a different beanie on today.
I got a fanny pack too. I mean, I'd rather not be wearing a fanny pack, but I'll put it down in the pew when I get in mass. Kind of excited. This is a midweek. Oh, and I want to do a YouTube short, so I'm gonna cut short this 5K vlog or 4K vlog or whatever this is. Starting the 4K YouTube short with my phone. Check in before church. I'll see you guys on the ride home. What's up, guys? We're leaving the mission. I'm just waiting for the gate to open. You know, I do get locked in my church sometimes, it seems. So. But now is a good time to just pray, you know. What are you trying to do? So. Oh, that's not good. Well, I'm gonna put the kickstand down until they open up. I don't know, I don't like that. I think this is better. How about that? Oh, they opened it. Let's get out of here while we can. Hallelujah! We love you! Just made me crash my bike. What the fuck? I mean, you have like dogs running after people, man. I don't understand. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Run over your dog? I don't know, man. I wish I had that on camera. That's so dumb, dude. That's so dumb. I don't even want to talk to the guy. I really don't. And I'm doing okay. I'm a little beat up, but I'm okay, I guess. I just crashed my motorcycle. Yeah, man. I was either gonna run over your dog or crash my motorcycle. I don't know. I didn't really have a choice, man. I was going down the road, and they took up the whole road. I mean, there was like 6 of them there, man, and they came after. I don't even know what to do. They pushed me off the road, man. I had no choice. I was gonna turn into him, man. I probably should have. I don't know what I should have done. Just turn into the dogs and just try and run them over. I don't know. So I mean,
fucking dogs on the road. God damn it.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I kind of wish I was recording it. Honestly, I was recording myself. You know, I wasn't recording it in front of me this time. So whatever. It's kind of BS, honestly, dude. I mean, I would not have 6 dogs running after people, especially, I don't know, man. They did the same thing to me on my way to church, too. And it was the same issue then. And then on the way back, they ran me off the road, dude. I had to run over them or I was going to go off the edge of the road. So, I don't know, man. I just think it's silly. You just lock them up if you don't have them with you or whatever, just so they're not chasing after pedestrians, I think, right? So this doesn't happen.
What can we do to help clean that up?
I mean, I just lost, I don't know, I just lost some stuff. Definitely.
Looks like
Some screws. Some of this, some of that. Honestly, man, it's not that bad. I mean, the whole cosmetic is screwed now. I mean, I dropped the bike, yeah, the whole cosmetic's screwed up, but...
So it was already scratched like that?
Huh?
It was already somewhat scratched like that?
Yeah, I dropped it before a couple times, but it was not like this at all, dude. This is completely... I mean, dude, this is all from this just now. I mean, absolutely. Oh, man, I don't even know. Whatever. I mean... you know...
We can pay that, right?
Whatever, man.
Oh, wouldn't look too good. Now what can you do? Sand it. You gotta sand it. Paint the whole thing.
No, I'm not gonna go through that. I'd rather it be just messed up and go on with my life. I don't want you guys to try and fix my bike. No way. I have way more things I want to do than that. Probably fix my own bike is one of them. So, I mean,
Yeah, control the
I don't know, man. I come here all the time. I'd appreciate it if we could just make it to the mass, you know, without being chased off the road. That happened to me on the way here, too, by the way. So,
Yeah.
I guess I was the only one who saw it. I don't know.
Be sealed off pretty soon.
I mean,
Other than that,
what are we supposed to do? Do you see how aggressive they are after vehicles? They literally run right up to the vehicle.
Yeah.
So, well, it's not, okay? It's really not a game. Especially, like, yeah, like now. What's that? But whatever, man. I should just run into animals. I should just always run into animals. Right? Just run over animals, right? I'll figure it out, guys. Either run over animals or lose your transportation, right? Yeah, I just wondered, right? Like, what else could I do? I mean, what do you say? It was fucked up like that before? No. Why would you even say that it was messed up like that before? I know what kind of scratches it had on it. Let's hope it's okay. I do have to do a visual inspection before I even leave, though. Pull up on the road. Whoa. Seven dogs coming after me. Okay, this is a problem.
I don't even know.
Is it okay? Can't tell. How it's been. That's okay. It's a little right about that. Cosmetic. Peg is fine. Isn't it? It's fine. The the rearview mirror is pointed in another dimension, but other than that, I don't know, man. I think next time I'm just, I don't know. Sometimes you should avoid animals. It's the safer thing to do. In that situation, I should have emergency brake actually. I tried to, I think. Maybe a little too late. I'd have to look at the camera. Went off road.
I told you guys I crash my bike all the time. I hope you guys believe me. You just gotta see it.
It happens to me way more often than it should. Way more often. Yeah, I'm sure the camera's fine, you know. The camera's in an aluminum foil.
swinging by my homie's place real quick. I'm gonna tell him I just grabbed. See if he's here with his wife. I'll be right back, you guys.
What is up, you guys? We are actually taking off from Brandon's crib, and yeah, he agrees. He thinks I should actually just run over dogs. Yeah, it's a mutual consensus over here. Go for the animal next time, guys. We're not even particularly hunters over here. Yeah, they're working on doing the foundation on his mom's business right now, so not good time to stay for long, because he's actually doing manual labor right now. I was just swinging by because he's on the way home from church, and I thought he'd get a laugh out of that. I mean, I can't wait to watch that crash on the video, actually. I hope I'm fully visible. I'm sure I am in an embarrassing way. All right. Okay. Here comes the part where we're forcing a bike uphill, going backwards. Alright. I don't even really feel like turning around. I'm just gonna go down to the end of this road.
Okay, we're gonna swing by and see Brandon's mom real quick, which is really exciting. I love her. Man, I'm still beat up from that crash. Man, that hurt. Whatever. If they had messed up my bike, I probably would have called the cops or something. Because I had it all on camera and it just, I don't know. If they had actually screwed up the functionality in my bike, instead of just, you know, I mean, it's my fault anyways, you know, the reason, you know, the bike going down thing, that's under my control, right? Even with the dogs popping out and running up on me like crazy, which I guess you guys didn't even see, you know, it's my fault. It's under my control. I don't know, I should have been able to be a better driver in that situation. I just wasn't. It's okay. I'll improve. I'll be better. Well, my bike just died on the way in, which is fine. And with this new muffler, the valves need to be adjusted a little bit. I'm probably gonna do some research on that and see exactly what that's like. All right, guys. So I guess for the trip home, we'll actually just face the camera towards us again. I do like mixing things up, I suppose. But well, let's go say hi to Brandon's mom. She's here. I love this woman. So see if we can get her to smile.
Her husband did just pass away. She's a local business owner. And she's super nice to me. So let's just visit with her for a moment. Yeah, let's do that. She probably doesn't want me to look ugly, I bet.
She's in New Braunfels right now. Alright, we have one more. Here you go. That is 23. 24, 25, 30, 40, 60, 81. All right, and then she'll be in tomorrow, Laura, with the same document. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
A certificate of appreciation. I have one of those,
Okay.
but not from the military. See, Battalion Command Sergeant Major 9927 CSSR.
What you doing?
I came bearing gifts.
You came
Oh,
here
there's
and
people
get?
here. Oh, and a cute dog.
This is Maria.
I'm alright. I'm in that. That seems like I met you before.
Let's go to Hillside. Well, I do have a lot of documents. So. I'm gonna go help this.
Okay. And you've got parcels, you've got mail before you leave.
Okay.
Okay, it's 85 cents.
I was just coming to get all that mail that I know Taylor Swift has been sending me and Miley Cyrus. So, see, I got her to laugh a little. I just wonder. I really don't think I exist. I might.
just have this stuff for you, Dave.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah, this was you left. And this
Oh,
was
that's
your
the
address.
that's the original
That's-
copy.
Yes, that's the original.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm crazy like that. This is the student copy. I got so lucky I left this copy. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. I was sitting here and I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave one of my copies of my motorcycle cards here. I was like, I wonder if she'll notice. And then like, I didn't even know that there was two different kinds. I didn't even know there was a student copy of the motorcycle license and a court copy, okay? This is the license you have to get your motorcycle license. So it's like a license for a license.
Thank you.
117. So if any of you guys want to send me anything, this is the address. I'm sure you can see it.
This stuff out today, so I think that's where I am, and I've got to get this stuff out.
You don't sell bottled water, do you?
What about the water?
Yeah, I've got cashola.
I'm not going to sell you the bottle of water. I'll give you the water. Is it water that you want? Is it what you want?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
I dressed for the motorcycle ride. I just came in to make you laugh at my Taylor Swift joke. That's all it was. That's all I got. And that took me a long time to come up with, I want you to know. I was working on it the whole way over here. I really like this establishment. Different establishments send different messages. Like all the different ones I went into yesterday. All the, I don't know, knickknacks on the wall and like whatever the things that people collect. I mean, all this stuff is legit, right? This is like an American flag. I bet you anything that this American flag was either, I don't know, it was used ceremonially for sure. It's not wrapped like that for nothing. I mean, I don't know. It might have been from a war or something too. What's the story behind that flag?
Huh?
What's the story behind that flag, the folded flag thing?
The flag is for, okay, when we had opened, it's when
was that I don't know what that operation was. Anyway, we were flying. The flag flew over Iraq on mission, and the people. What's going on is I was sending the soldiers. I had a contact there, so I was sending them media to read books and different things
Oh
to
wow,
read
you were
on their
involved.
downtime.
Okay.
So when
I
he
wouldn't have
came
thought
back,
that. Yeah, okay.
one of the guys that was receiving stuff just was grateful that I'd
That's
done
so
that. And
nice.
he said, "Look, I flew this over the mission." So Brandon framed it for me.
Wow. Was he a Marine or something, or Army, or what? Do you know?
Air Force.
Air Force?
Mhm.
Wow, that's so cool. You got an Air Force flag. That's so cool.
Yeah. So that's what that is.
Nice.
So I just always kept
Yeah,
it.
that's for your service. Awesome. I didn't know it was for your service. Right? I
Yeah.
thought it may have been for your husband, or your late husband,
Yeah.
or somebody you knew. But knowing that it's you, I think that's really cool. Makes sense. You're a nice person. Maybe you deserve it.
I don't know. I just enjoy getting. That's what I do. Is I ship. That's what I do.
Well, I'll find mine that I lost one someday. I don't know what happened to my American flag.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, I had one. Somebody sent me one. I had one that was flown over the White House, actually.
Oh, really?
I don't know what happened to it.
Well, they can get it back.
Because I'm an American. Yeah. Well, somebody's got it. I doubt somebody set that on fire. Yep. So it actually doesn't bother me that much. It really doesn't, no. Mm-mm. I just crashed just now because these dogs ran me off the road. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they live right outside my church. I was leaving church actually. So, I mean, not the best time to be angry at people, I suppose. Well, I don't think it's safe that they have their dogs just chasing people out on the street. I don't think that's good. No, they have like 6 dogs, and they're all running after the vehicles and the people. So,
Yeah, that's not good.
yeah, I don't know.
Must be a healer.
It's not good for me on a motorcycle. I know that. I was like in between them all. I couldn't do anything. I'm just running over dogs next time. I'm gonna be the dog murderer. Rah. Man, I'm gonna end up like, purposely hitting a deer and dying or something. Just 'cause I'm so against animals, man.
No. You're right, yeah.
But
Okay. So do we
I
need
mean,
two labels or just one
that whole situation, I don't even know. I mean, the situation I think is, ultimately everybody should take responsibility for that situation. First of all, I should be a good enough motorcyclist that I should be fully under control and not be crashing when some dogs run up. They weren't even that big, right? But, yeah, at the same time, as citizens, they just had their yard open. Just dogs running everywhere. All on the road. I don't know.
All right. We'll take care of it.
It's weird to me.
Thank you.
Kind of weirded out that those 2 dudes were living together, too, actually. 2 45-year-old guys just living together in some trailer. It's weird. Well, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Just came in to see you. That's all.
I'm glad you came in. Your hair's growing.
Thank you.
Looks like it's getting longer. It's
Yeah.
full, really.
Yeah, it's less manageable.
Well, with the helmet, I was surprised that it was so full. Because that helmet, for me, it makes everything sticks.
Yeah. I do wear hairnets.
Oh, okay.
You know, the hairnets help.
Yeah, they got to.
Keeps it away from the helmet and keeps all my hair in one spot, nice and manageable. So yeah, it's getting really long in the back.
It
and
is
stuff.
getting long.
Yeah, and it's turning summer too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be hating that. I'll just have to ride fast, man. I'll just have to ride fast. Thank you for your hospitality as always. I'll be shipping stuff off soon. You know, it's for my business too, so I'll be around.
Well, I just appreciate. I'm just glad to see you.
Thank you,
Let me
man.
get a hug from
I'm so glad I came in. Aw.
Huh?
I knew I came in for a reason. She's the sweetest lady I ever met.
Be safe.
Thank you for touching my heart. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. What is it, Tuesday?
It is Tuesday.
All right, y'all.
The 15th. Everybody's pissed, so be careful. Everybody just had to pay Uncle.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, federal taxes, right?
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I bet Uncle that won't die.
Yeah. Yeah, I did TurboTax and my accountant's name was Paul, and he was doing a good job, and I just sent him a message. I was like, Paul, are you Jewish? And he replies back. He's like, this is your tax return, $52. And I was like, come on, Paul, are you Jewish? And he comes back. He goes, yes, indeed, I am Jewish. And I was like, I'm so glad TurboTax lets you tell people you're Jewish. That's cool, man. We're just like talking about him being Jewish on the TurboTax app. I'm like, I love Jews, man. He's like, this crazy guy from Texas. I don't even know. But I do love Jews. All right, rock on. Later, guys. Hello, sir. I'm all right. Thank you. See, there's a dog properly put away, right? You know, in a car, right? Behind a window, okay? That's called responsible adulting. Yeah, look, I can't be mad at those two guys. I have to get over myself, man, okay? I have to just improve on being a motorcyclist. You know, provided a similar situation, you know, it's complex, okay? I mean, I ran off the road. That was kind of stupid. If I was going to do that, I should have at least, I don't know, I was going kind of fast, too. I should have emergency braked, probably. That's what I should have done in that situation. I should have just emergency braked, but I was trying to get by the dogs. But they just kept running towards me and my vehicle. And, gosh, I was going to run them over. Oh, man, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. So, I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. Okay, look. You guys didn't see the dogs, but just imagine, like, a swarm of bees literally running towards me and my motorcycle. I don't know, man. Just crazy. So, and I was, like, in the pack of them at the very end. I couldn't do anything. So frustrating. I say I couldn't do anything, but once again, you know, I think that's wrong. I should be able to improve, right? You know, this is my same philosophy from Heroes of Order and Chaos, right? Look, oh, you didn't stun with Jamba. How could you not use your ult? Well, guess what? You didn't do. You didn't actually use your DPS the right way, and you could have won the team fight. So, look, let's not focus on those two dudes living together with dogs running around after people. You know, they're gonna be doing that in 10, 15 years, whatever. So, and I'll still be crashing my motorcycle in 10, 15 years, maybe. Or, you know, because of the nature of motorcycles, maybe it's only going to last a few months, guys. But at least you're going to have good YouTube content while that happens, right? So, that's the objective, right? Okay, so we're running low on battery. For the ride home, we're going to go ahead and switch the battery. So, we'll be right back with you guys. Beautiful day out. Just beautiful day. We're at Freedom Mail Center in Canyon Lake. On the south side of the lake, there's a nice little taco shop over here. There's actually like a crystal store over there where they sell like fancy, you know, spiritual crystal thingies. I'm not into that, but you know, if I had millions of dollars, I'd definitely buy some nice crystals because I like crystals, you know, and I like crystallography. I think the science of crystals is amazing. But I just, you know, I go to mass. You know, that's my religious belief is Jesus and, you know, the expiation of sins, and I also believe in the sacraments. So, you know, there's 7 sacraments in the Catholic Church. 7, by the way, being the number of completeness in the Bible. I don't know. There's a lot of things that run in 7. You know, there's 7 colors, right? Roy G. Biv or whatever. So, there's 7 colors. There's 7 sacraments. What else runs in 7? Okay, there's 7 different notes on a piano that are whole tones. So, you know, between an octave, there's 7 different notes, okay, because the 8th one repeats. The tonality does, at least. Okay, guys. And then, so that's how, fundamentally the universe works in a harmonic way. Okay. So, we talk about the number 7 and this and that, and then, and to all my Muslim brothers out there, which I know I have so many of you out there. I love you all of you Mohammeds, all of you non-Mohammeds. I actually do indeed love all of you. I've known you guys for some time. You guys have been in my guild, and man, I love Arabs. Man, I love Muslims. I don't care what country you're from. I pretty much love brown people, dude. I think they're really cool. I like the older guys too, the wiser Muslim guys. I think they're cool, man. I think they have a lot to say, and if they wanted to. So, and that's by the way, I mean, it would be dumb not to think about this stuff too, wouldn't it? I mean, do not Muslims account for a large percentage of the earth? Okay, we're talking about like, almost half the earth or something. So, I do like the brotherhood. Okay, I have only had good experiences. You understand? I knew the twins from Heroes of Order and Chaos, and my homies in my guild, okay, were from Syria, and I got to know them, and their parents let him be in my guild, and we had a great time. And you know what? That was what it was all about. We did war, and we won, and we fought gloriously, and we defeated the enemy, and he didn't give up either. And that's one of my favorite things that I liked about him. I say darkness, I suppose. He never left a game with me when all these other people would. So, that's I remember that stuff and whatever. And by the way, people make impressions for their race, their creed, their religion, their everything. I represent Catholics. Okay, if I go up and I steal from some dude, they're gonna be like, if Irish Catholic people do that, that sucks. You represent your race and your creed and your religion no matter what you do, right? So if you do good things, and then you represent all of that in a good way. If you do bad things, then you represent your race, your religion, and your creed all in a bad way, man. Just don't do that, And so, man, every time I've had interactions with the Muslim Brotherhood, they have represented to me. So, competitive, fun, I like them. So, yeah. It's basically all I got to say about that. I might be one of the only dudes in Texas around here in these parts talking about this right now. How much we love Muslims, I don't care, man. I will talk about that forever, dude. And I also I just love people because of their race. You know how people are racist? Well, I'm like the opposite of a racist. I'm like, yo, you're Creole, dude. That's so. Yo, you're Korean, man. That is the coolest thing I've ever heard. You know what I mean? I just love people's races. I love people's culture. I like their DNA. I like people's races, dude. I like their whole ancestry, right? I appreciate that. I think about that stuff. I think about, kind of your stock, your village, tribe, your everything. Your history, right? Where you came from and your parents did. So, I think a lot of men do look at things like that. But, the human mind is massive and expansive. And certain people kind of float towards certain areas more than others, right? And that's one of the things that I constantly think about. So, it's kind of like your ancestors, bro. So, I got a lot I could vlog about right now. I mean, I'm feeling, one thing I want to point out is that, like, say any one of my subscribers, you go out and buy a vehicle, okay? Let's just think about it for a second. Let's just say, I don't know what country you're from, but, let's say that for you to save up and buy a car, you would have to work for 3 or 4 years or something, okay? Maybe you don't have that much money. I don't know. And financing options might not be available. We're talking about outright buying a car. We're talking about saving up the cash and going out and buying a car, right? Maybe used, maybe new. Well, you realize that the cost of the car, okay, let's say it's 20,000 American dollars. right? Okay, so 20,000 American dollars. Do you really think that that is the cost of the car? Well, no. I mean, you know, what if, for example, your wife had to go out of the way one day to bring you lunch while you were at work so that you could keep making money? You know, that was a sacrifice on her part. So not only did the car cost $20,000, all the transportation that you had to do, all the meals that she had to cook for you, all the bed sheets that she had to clean to keep you going to work and live your life, but all that cost added up. In addition to the flat cost of the car, $20,000, now let's break it down a little further. What about all the sacrifices that your ancestors made to propagate the genes all the way down through time into the space of land where you live now, making your mistakes or not, right? So my question is what is the cost then? You know, how much, like, what kind of sacrifices and what kind of wampum or money or gold or silver or slaves or lives or whatever, you know, body parts did your ancestors have to sacrifice to protect their wives, to protect their children, and to make sure that actually you would be alive to be able to buy that car? Suddenly that $20,000 car is a lot more like 8 million, right? Or 8 trillion. Like, what could it possibly be? So yeah, that just puts things in perspective to me. You know, I think about that sometimes. You know, you have a cheap possession, it costs like $10, right? Man, if you only understood what went into you having that $10 possession, it would shock you, right? It would totally shock you. I mean, people freezing out in the Arctic, you know, just dying from hypothermia, just clawing, you know, eating, you know, flesh of animals just to gather the warmth to stay alive, you know, is what actually got you that helmet, right? Okay, guys. All right, I'm going to switch out the battery. We're going to ride home. And, you know, I have a lot of coding to do for my homie, okay? I've got my business. I got to shape up and got to whip out a software system. We're going to record the whole thing. So, all right, guys. All right, guys. Get ready for a trip home. This is about a 15-mile ride, and it's going to be a fun one. And still trying to shake off, you know, being angry at those guys, right? You know, I need to take responsibility for my own need for improvement, right? I can improve at motorcycling, right? That's what it was all about in HOC. That's what it's all about in League of Legends. That's what it's all about in life, in teamwork. Look, I could be mad at those two dudes all day, and they really don't make sense with what they're doing. But, you know, all the time that I spend doing that could be spent improving myself. Vlog while we're here out front and we're taking off. Alright guys, what's up? We're over here at Freedom Mail and Canyon Lake. So, free the males, and enslaved women, I'm just kidding, guys. Free males though. Yeah, definitely free males for sure. Love you guys, love this family, so I'll have a good one. Did he say my brake is dangling? Yeah, let me look at that. He was just talking about my plate. I know my plate is dangling. So, I thought you said my brakes are dangling. Did the accident hurt my brakes? No.
see if I can take this. Alright. Just did a little promo for Freedom Mail. Talking hate about women accidentally. I cannot tell where the cops are coming from. Okay, there they are. I guess that's it. I think I just ran a red, but the cop's gone.
I just want to keep riding. I don't even want to go home. I just want to just go.
that was so intense, dude. I absolutely love this bike. I mean, you know, as crappy as the handling is actually on this bike, I mean, this thing's fun, dude. You know, if that's all the money you have, you know, if all the money you have is $3,000, then, you know, and you need transportation, well, it depends, you know, it depends on if you ride bikes or not. If you're a skilled rider, then I don't think you should ever ride this. This bike is just for beginners. It's kind of nice. I think I got my rearview mirrors right where I want them. I can see behind myself with both of them, and I can still see kind of into the other one. So hard for me to get this bike. I should have done, you know, the dogs weren't that big. I should have not tried to just drive through them. I should have just brake. I almost fell there. I almost fell there, dude. I may need to check the air on my fire. It's also it's black roads. It's an asphalt. It's just here. Out there on the road, I don't have.
Woo! Alright. Alright, guys, so, you know, did we make an entire trip without crashing? No, we didn't. So, yeah. That happened. And it's on camera, too. That's so funny, dude. I cannot wait to watch that. I bet you I look so dumb. It's okay. I'm okay with looking dumb and being dumb. You know, I'm just human, right? I don't know, guys. Oh, I think I cared about the dogs too much. I think that's my problem. I mean, oh, you guys just saw what I saw. I mean, they weren't stopping. They were just coming under me. Man. Freaking crazy. I don't even know what to do, man. I don't even know what to do, man. Okay? I tried to... I have to watch the footage. I think the answer is that I need to learn how to perform an emergency stop, right? You know, in that situation, you know, there was an object in the way, okay? There was 7 animals in the way. I couldn't go anywhere, okay? So, just emergency stop. You know, yeah, you don't want to hang out with animals. Nobody does. Nobody wants to sit around in the middle of 7 dogs. Oh, haha, yeah. I mean, some people do, yeah. I didn't want to. I wanted to go home. But, I mean, they did not look like they wanted to play ball either. They wanted to eat me alive. That's what I thought, anyway. Freaking crazy. Territorial dogs running out of the person's yard whenever we go by. They came in. I have it on footage, you know. I want to, like, report them or something. I'm going to call the non-emergency line and just, like, submit this footage and just be like, look, I'm trying to go to church. Here's dogs chasing me all the way there and all the way back and crashing me. And these guys offered to waste my time and paint my bike. It's a waste of time. Give me the cash and call it a day, right? You know, if you wreck a biker and cosmetically wreck his bike, give him $100, right? And then just give him $300 or whatever it is. I don't know. You know, give him cash. That's so dumb. Oh, they're all standing. They're both those 2 dudes standing around. Oh, what can we do to help him? Oh, we can paint his bike. Does that help me? I'm trying to go home, dude. What? No, I don't want to stand here for however long you guys are gonna sand it down and. I mean, dude, have you guys even seen the damage that they... I don't know, dude. I want those guys to pay me cash. I really do. I don't want them to touch my bike again. So, look. I might actually just call the non-emergency police line. And just be like, look, these guys... You know, look at what it did to my bike. You know? Is that cracked? You know what I mean? I can't even tell. Okay, it's so scratched. It's not cracked, it doesn't seem like, but I don't know, dude. it's bent for sure. This fairing is all bent. So, you know, I might actually do something about it. I'm actually pretty angry that, you know, they just let their dogs run after people like that. You're not supposed to do that. That's a public road, right? You know, I can't have dogs running in the road, a pack of them, you know, 8 of them, and be expected to manage. So, I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself. Maybe I should actually just take the steps to get some cash from those dudes, because I think that's ridiculous. So, I don't know. I'll talk about it. I guess I'll make my own decision. You know? I'm not in the business of just, like, trying to extort people, but, like, I think they owe me, okay? You know? First of all, that hurt like crazy. Alright? And then, you know, it completely scuffed up the entire side of my bike. Right? And, I don't know. I mean, okay. And that's it. And then I pedal away. And that's the end of the day? Man, I think I gotta stand up for myself. You know what I mean? I think I should. I don't know. I'm gonna just research it. I'm just gonna look online. I'm just gonna be like, look, is it legal for people to let like 7 dogs run around when you're trying to drive your car on a public road? I don't know. Really don't. So, look into it. You know, the kind of person I am just kind of doesn't do that petty stuff and just moves on, you know. In life, I've had so many opportunities to be petty like this. Like, you know, I should jack these guys up for some cash they owe me. Or I should do this or I should do that. You know? I don't know, man. I think that's kind of petty. I really do. I kind of look down on that in a way. Maybe I shouldn't, you know. There is something to say about standing up for yourself, man. You should stand up for yourself, right? So. I'm just looking at these different angles for the camera. Just wondering, you know, how good would it be on this rear view, huh? Kind of looks like it's made for it, yo. Oh no, it actually doesn't look like it's made for the rear. It looks like it's made for the handlebars, guys. But, it does fit the rear view. Yeah, man. Well, I wonder. I don't think this is a good solution, you know. Well, actually, I can see how this would be really good for the, well, yeah, this would be really good for the forward cam. And then for the cam that faces towards me, I don't think the handlebar mount works. I don't think the rearview mirror mount works. Let's see. Is that even possible? You guys see that? Well, actually, I suppose it could, right? You could just kind of... Yeah, you could just rotate it. Oh, that's actually a really good view. I'm going to see if I can... Hang on, let me put down my helmet. Huh. Yeah, I'm just kind of vlogging here, but... Oh. Caught it. It's okay. It's my fault. See, it's something I can improve. Stop putting your helmet on the bike. You always knock it off. It's because the bike's at an angle. You're so dumb. I've been doing that for months. Okay. So, well, this is kind of interesting. I think if I just tighten this here. Okay. Yeah. And this is metal too, isn't it? Yeah, this is metal. Yeah. See, this handlebar is kind of coming out. I think I over tightened it or something. not make the same mistake here, though. Okay, that's not over tightened. And it's not going anywhere either. That's super secure. And another, it kind of looks like it's part of the bike too. It's interesting. And then, you know, if you wanted to, let's see. I'm gonna have to pull the bike inside in a second, anyways. But if you wanted to actually get it going, you have to loosen it. Oh man, that's so tight. Hang on, guys. Let's not drop the Osmo Action 5 Pro. That would be horrible. Yes, I'm not learning my lesson. I'm balancing it. My gosh, I feel like I have to take it off the mount first. Okay, I will. It's hard. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm tightening it. Or maybe I'm not. No, I'm loosening, okay? Gosh, got stuck, I guess. I tightened it so hard. Completely unnecessary. Okay. Now it's just kind of a loose fidangling. I'm going to leave it like that because, you know, I don't know if I'm going to want to do it towards me or towards, you know, towards the whatever. Oh, and does the handlebars get in the way here too? I didn't even think about that. Let's see. I just want to make sure I'm not bending this metal. Okay, it's not going anywhere. It's super secure. Okay. And then do the handlebars hit it? Let's see. Alright. Just wonder. Let's just snap in. Okay. I shook some guy's hand at the bar yesterday in Texas State. He was like, "Whoa, chill out, dude." I guess I shook his hand really hard. I actually didn't think I could shake hands that hard. Okay, that doesn't even get close, right? Oh, but will it touch with the camera attached? Interesting question. Okay, so this would be like, okay, that's way too far forward. So it'd be like this. No. Is that a good view, yo? I can't tell. Screen is off. Oh. I'm looking. Let me see. Oh, come on, screen. Stay on. Huh? Oh, no, you can't see anything. The handlebars are in the way. That's an awful view. Okay. Yeah, that's terrible. Nobody would want to watch that. Alright, I don't know, man. I guess you could do some, like, portrait stuff, but, yeah. So this doesn't seem like a solution for, the facing towards me. Unless, actually, that kind of looks like a solution, maybe. No, it doesn't, right? Yeah, that's not a solution because the handlebars are in the way. Yeah, it doesn't work. Huh. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought that. I didn't see that coming. Alright. Let's see. Well. No. Let's see. I just wonder, with this, is there anything we can do to face it towards me at all? The handlebar's always going to be in the way, no matter what angle it's at. Yeah, it's always at that level. Okay. So, and look how screwed up this is getting, man. Do you guys see that gap there? What is this? And it's just, is this just spinning? You know what I mean? What is this nonsense? Oh, I just tightened it, yo. Did I just tighten that in? Actually, I think I'm just spinning it. I don't know. We're gonna find out here in a second. I should be able to stop spinning if I'm actually tightening it. I don't think I'm doing anything. Yeah. So, gosh, this handle doesn't look good. What's happening here, huh? Is the grip just coming off of it and everything's fine? Huh. Interesting. That seems to be the case. Right. Looking at it from the side, I do actually see it bending down a little bit. Oh my goodness, it must have been from a crash. Yeah, that must have been from a crash. Okay. All right, well, that actually makes me feel better, I guess. It probably shouldn't, right? But I bet you anything that came from me dropping the bike. Just kind of like this little gap here. I don't know. Just a little gap. It's fine. Right. All right, guys. Well, look, I had a lot of fun today. You know, it was kind of cool messing around with that little mount, you know, for the bike. Clearly is made for handlebars, but you know, actually, I think that this will be an amazing, you know, front-facing mount. I think you guys will really like the I don't know, you know, when it's not facing towards me, you know, when it's facing away, I think I might actually use that. I don't know. The only thing is that it's easier just to leave it on the handlebar and kind of switch it around. So. And then I also do have the chest strap that I really like to use. And the chest strap, I can get really good footage out of. It's amazing. I you know, on me, you know, the chest strap is, you know, it's just like a, you know, a bunch of straps, and then there's kind of like this thing in the middle that holds the camera. Well, you can move it up and down. You can shorten these straps in the top. So when you're on the crotch rocket or whatever, gosh, I'm tired. When you're on the crotch rocket or whatever, and you're leaning over, you have like the body cam with the straps on it. You have it like almost like right below your neck, and your helmet kind of hits it a little bit, and you're kind of leaning over at an angle, and like, I don't know, it just really works out. Like the camera is pointed at that exact angle you need. So it looks like they kind of thought about that a little bit. They put in that capability for like people who lean over on their bikes, you know. I like to lean over on the bike. Whenever I get a chance to speed up a little bit, I like to lean over flat on my bike as much as I can, because I know it helps with the aerodynamics, you know. I just know it. I don't care if I'm only getting 0.01 miles an hour faster. I'm still leaning over, you know. I'll take it. All right, guys. So really cool to do, you know, little vlogs here on my phone. Been at church basically all day. I didn't expect to crash on the way out, okay? And I forgot that those people have dogs, because I always go by there in a car, and they always back off of the car, okay? On the bike, they didn't even back off, so I don't know. I'm gonna look into it. I'm pretty angry about that, actually. I don't think people should be having, you know, they saw me coming in on the motorcycle, and they saw the dogs all chase after me on the motorcycle and give me problems. You know, why weren't they locked up when I was coming back? Why weren't they locked up, you know, forever, okay, from the beginning? So, yeah, I hate to be that guy, dude, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think fit should rise above and not be petty? Or do you think it's not petty to stand up for yourself? How do you look at it, guys? Normally, the way I look at it, and I don't know why, maybe it's just because I'm a wussy or something. It's just because I just like to let stuff slide, you know? I like to forgive, forget, and I like to just completely move on and keep my own losses and just figure out a way to make my life better. That's normally what I do. So, I'd be surprised if I called the non-emergency line and reported those dudes, but I'm you know, I think that's unreasonable almost. I don't know. I have to think about it some more. It's almost like I'm biased or something, and I can't think about it. You know, I need somebody else to think about it for me, I think. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next upload. Gonna be working on the system tonight for my homie Marquise. So good luck with that, right? We're gonna be coding. That's gonna be a fun vlog to come out with too. thanks so much for your support once again. You know, really happy that everybody's here to, you know, enjoy all the content that we put out. It's gonna be lots of different stuff, man. We're already racking up so many different kinds of playlists at this point that people are finding me searching for like Sandra Bullock and stuff. So, all right, guys.